Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my food photography studio. So my food photography studio is a second bedroom in our apartment and I've been shooting in here for about a year now since we moved in. And it's about time for a sort out. Ever since we moved in, I kind of put everything in here and then didn't really have a good system. Like I had a shelf for my props and my equipment, but beyond that, there's not much organization going on, which is kind of getting to a point that it really needs to happen. So today I'm going to be like Marie Kondoing my food photography studio, going through my props, my backgrounds, my equipment, and I wanted to bring you along with me. Today's video is also sponsored by Skillshare and I can't wait to tell you a little bit more about them a bit later on in the video. So I'm going to give you a bit of a before shot of the studio before we jump in. I did actually start this video the other day, but I had sinusitis, which if any of you guys have ever had it, you know the face pain is unreal. And every time I was bending down to do anything, I was just like in so much pain. So I stopped, which is why this process is semi-started, but I didn't get very far. So I'm going to give you a before shot and then, yeah, let's have a clear out. So I'm going to start by emptying my shelves. As you can see, these have just become a bit of a dumping ground. They started off as having this one more for props and this one more for equipment, but everything's gotten a bit messed up. Particularly this corner, there's also just a bunch of stuff on the floor. So I'm just going to start by emptying the shelves onto the rug so we can start going through everything. Okay, so I've started by getting out all of my props. I've got everything off my shelf. I've cleaned my shelf, so everything is ready to go back on in a more organized way. So I'm gonna go through and like hold each thing and really think about if I wanna keep it or not. And yeah, I'm just gonna try and cut down a bit and get rid of things that I haven't used for a long time that probably could go to a better home now. So let's get started. Okay, so I've been through my props now, and this is what I'm keeping. This is a box of stuff that I've decided I'm gonna donate, that I don't really use anymore. And then this little pile is things that I don't really want to get rid of, but I don't really use for food photography anymore, so I'm gonna put them in a kitchen or something. So I'm gonna get everything back on the shelves. I've cleaned everything. Yeah, so let's get organized. Okay, so I've gone through all my backdrops and I've got two piles. I've got these ones which I'm keeping and these ones which I'm going to keep but also repaint because I don't hate them, but I haven't used them in a long time and I think that I could maybe change this one into something really dark and moody. So that's just going to go on another weekend project list, but I'm not going to get rid of those. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this little corner because it's pretty dusty. And then I'm going to move on to emptying this equipment shelf and starting to organise that. Okay, so I'm going to give you a tour of where we're at right now. So I have done the prop shelf and I've done the tech shelf and I've done my backdrops. So I've got all of the backdrops that I'm keeping and I've got them on this little rubber mat so they don't slide. Like, it's fairly easy to slide them out sideways, but they're not just going to fall. And then I've put my foam core in a bit at the back, which makes it easy to get to. So my tech drawer is now organized. I've got my little golden spiral metal art thing there. I'm gonna have my camera and lenses, flashes, like anything to do with lighting here. And then I've got audio things like microphones, batteries, lens cleaners, memory cards, batteries, color things I don't use that often. And then this is like my video shelf, and then light stands and soft boxes at the bottom. So what I'm gonna do now is, I think I'm actually going to take this shelf down because I'm going to go to IKEA tonight and get a storage unit for my vinyl backdrops. But what I want to do first is I'm going to replace these paintings with some of my own. So part of redoing the studio was also wanting to make this space a little bit more personal and a bit more, I don't know, cozy. I spend a lot of time in here and it's full of my props and equipment, but not so much, you know, nice things that I really enjoy looking at. So when Skillshare contacted me about working together again on this video, I thought it would be a great opportunity to learn a new skill and put it into practice. So Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives, and they have literally thousands of online classes for you to learn basically anything, whether you want to learn how to paint something or how to code something or how to design a website. Literally, there is a class on Skillshare for you. As a member of Skillshare, you get unlimited access to thousands of online classes at all different skill levels to fit your schedule. Most of the classes are under 60 minutes, which is perfect for busy people like me who want to do something new but don't have tons of time to take a new course. So I've been diving into a modern watercolor class by Kat Co-Collette. Now, I did art in school and I took it all the way through to A-level. I loved it, but I was never really very good at watercolor. I really enjoyed oil painting. So when I thought about redoing my studio, I wanted to replace my prints with a couple of abstract watercolor paintings that I painted myself to make my studio a much more personal space. So this class really helped me learn the techniques that I was missing. It was really fun to learn about the different ways to do watercolor on wet paper, on dry paper, all that kinds of stuff. So I really enjoyed learning something new from Skillshare and injecting it into my studio. So as part of working together, Skillshare are offering the first 500 of my subscribers who click the link in the description to get 2 free months of Skillshare Premium so you can explore your creativity. I am so happy with how these paintings turned out. I think it's so fun to have something in my studio that I made. I just think it's really special. It adds a really nice touch. So thank you so much again to Skillshare for working with me on this video. And don't forget to check out that incredible offer in the description. So let's jump in to finishing off this studio.
Day 2.
Okay, so it's the next day now. Gave up last night. It was really late when we got back from IKEA. So I've got my Verera bag holder, but I got this tip from my friend Lucy Beck. I'll link her down in the description, but she uses this bag holder as a backdrop holder because it kind of sort of sits on the wall like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this up above my backdrops, and then I've got like a nice little backdrop corner for my boards and my vinyls. So let's do that. So there we have it. That feels so good to have that done. This is such a better space to work in now. Everything is more organized. I'm so happy with how my props are organised. Everything's a bit more easy to find. I've got a proper shelf for plates, a shelf for bowls, cutlery is a bit better. All of my equipment's in order now. I know where all my batteries are and also what every battery does. Yeah, it's really so much better. I am so happy with this vinyl backdrop storage solution that I've got. So I'm going to link that in the description. Thanks again, Lucy, for letting me know how you did yours. That was so helpful. And thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to click the link in the description, and the first 500 of my subscribers will get 2 free months of Skillshare Premium. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.